Hello and welcome to episode 9 of the Little House Knits podcast. My name is Michelle, also known as ScullyB on Ravelry, where you can find our podcast group, Little House Knits, all one word, podcast. Feel free to stop by, say hello, let me know what's going on your needles and in your world and anything else you just want to talk about. Let's see, how have you been? Things been good with you? Weather good? Weekend good? I'm finally recording on Monday again, and I feel good about that. I've been very lax lately, and I'm so sorry. But I said I would record on April 1st, and while it is a bit late on April 1st, I am recording on April 1st. So we have some things to talk about today. We have a drawing, which I'll get to in a few minutes, and a little bit of knitting, and a little bit of purchasing. So, let's see, how things been? Good? Hopefully good. Weather here is gorgeous. I've been so excited to have spring type weather and warm and sun and oh my goodness, I love it. So I get a little crazy when the weather gets nice. I automatically have to open windows. You know, you want to get all the stale winter air out. So, this window behind me is the last remaining window that's open, and as you can see it's quite dark out, so the kids are in bed, so it's dark out. And actually the cat is normally in this window all day when the window's open, but since the boys are in bed she likes to snuggle up with them, hence I am all alone. But it was gorgeous today. We went on we were out for a couple of hours just taking a walk, my husband and I, today on a local bike path. So it was just nice. It was so nice. You know, you can hear the birds coming back and you hear the little frogs in the ponds, and it was fantastic. So yay spring. But anyway, how was your week? How are you? How are things? Any exciting plans? Anything good going on? No? Well, hopefully all is well with you, and plenty of good things are happening with you and your families and your knitting and everything else. But we have a drawing to get to, so I will get to that now. In case you don't know, we had a knit along going on. It was called the KBFF KAL, in which you could knit something and finish it and post your finished object to win a prize. You could also post a link or mention a knitting friend on Ravelry, something they recently finished, and you have a chance to win something for both of you. So last night at midnight, actually it's more like 12:30, I locked the thread. So we had 5 entries, and I know this is going to be backwards because I still have not figured out the camera stuff. You know what it is? Reading the manual is like trying to read a foreign language. So right now you can see this is my random number generator. I don't need that up. Okay, so I have on here between 2 and 6, and I don't know why it says 83. Number 83 is not the winner, so I'm going to hit get number, and our lucky winner is, I don't know if you can see that, number 4. So let me see who is number 4. Number 4 is Rose Bob, and oh, where'd it go? There we go. Number 4 is Rose Bob, who finished this very prettily colored cowl. And my camera is not doing it justice. It's very pretty, lots of purples and shades of blue, and it's very nice. And she is also nominating her friend Reiki, who just completed a cute girl's dress cardigan with matching headband, which is, oh my god, so fling and adorable. Look at that. How cute is that? So congratulations to Rose Bob, and to your friend Reiki. So once I hear from you, Rose, I am going to, once I hear from you to find out which pattern you would like, I will contact your friend Reiki and find out what pattern she would like. So congratulations. And that is our first knit along. So thanks guys, thanks for participating. That was fantastic. Aww, we'll have to think up something else. Do you have any ideas for a knit along? Is there anything you'd like to do? A group project? Or just something where we're all kind of knitting together? I'm always looking for good ideas for that kind of stuff. So please feel free, let me know what you'd like to do. You know, you want to do a shawl knit along, you want to do socks, you want to do hats, you want to, I don't know, make something up, toys, whatever, anything. Let me know, because I would like to have another one and actually give you guys a prize. That would be fantastic. So, speaking of prizes, and this really isn't a prize, but it was a surprise, so I would like to thank Yvonne, who is YV Hiya in our group. She was nice enough to nominate me for a free pattern in the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit podcast group. So I was very surprised today when I got gifted the pattern for the Bee Leaf Half Pie Shawl, and that's by Kimberly Piccini. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her last name right, but she hosts the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit podcast, and she designed this shawl, which is quite pretty. And I don't know that I can really zoom in very well on that, but it's quite pretty. So I was gifted that today at Yvonne's suggestion, so thank you very much. That was very nice of you. And I now have another shawl on my list of things to do. But it's nice. I think it has beads too, and I've never done anything with beads, so that's a little intimidating, but I do love a challenge, so we'll see. We'll see. But ooh, speaking of shawls, I'll get right to my knitting because I started I know I showed you last week I started that much of my zombie wrap, the Affric cape by Sarah Dallas. So in a week I have gotten this much done. So that's about 17 inches, which I know isn't a lot, but excuse me, this is all seed stitch or moss stitch or however you prefer to call it. But I like it quite a bit. I like the way this yarn feels when it knits up. This is the Elizabeth Lavold Silky Wool. It's got a little bit of naturey goodness here and there. I find a few little twigs and sticks, but it's really nice. It feels like it'll be a good sturdy fabric once it's all knit up. So what I have left to do is I'm trying to figure out the pattern, the way I want to knit the stripes. I don't want to knit it all just one color or just giant blocks of color like this is the gray and this is the purple and this is the green. I kind of want to stagger it, give it a little bit of interest. But right now I really need to sit and think because this is all moss stitch and I've done my increases and I still have to do a few more increases before this kind of splits off a little bit and there's stockinette up the middle. So my attention span is not so good sometimes, so I really need to pay attention to that. So that is my main priority on my needles. But I know last week I also told you that I was trying to design myself a hat. It's going okay. I'm no fancy knitter. I am not super experienced with many things, but it's kind of just a big bulky mess right now. Although it's, you know, I don't really have words for it. I sort of like it. I'm not 100% sold on my own idea right now. I'm just using some just random acrylic I had laying around. So I don't know if I were knitting this in a more moldable, I think that's the right word, like a more shapeable yarn that, you know, you could block out and it would stay and really hold. So we'll see. I'm trying to do a lacier pattern to it, so it's more like a springy hat. It's not gonna, you know, suffocate your head, but, you know, breathe a little bit. So I'm trying, but, you know, with a lot of lace things, it just looks like a big crumpled up ball of mess until you can really finish it and spread it out so that you can see all the openings and everything. So we'll see. I've actually been a little bit more focused on this than the shawl, just because I have the idea in my head, and sometimes when I write my ideas down and then go back to them later, I don't understand a thing I was saying that I wrote down. So we'll see. It's something neat to try, and if it doesn't come out right, you know, I'll wear the hat. I won't force it on anybody else. But it's a learning experience, and that's good, right? It's like I said, I like to challenge myself, and you can't get much more challenging pattern-wise than trying to pull something from your imagination into reality. So that's that. So I think, is that all I'm working on? I haven't worked on my crazy knitting project in a while. I've just been preoccupied, and I don't know. We'll see. I'll get to it eventually. I do have swap knitting to do. I have a swap partner, and I do have something to knit for her, which is why I decided I needed to go buy some yarn the other day. Like I said, a lot of my stash is either sock yarn or acrylic, and I know not everybody's okay with acrylic, and I don't know if my partner is or not, but I felt that I needed to go buy something new. It was really just an excuse to shop, but but what a good reason. It's not for me, it's for someone else. But of course, you walk into the store, I only need this one thing that I came in for, but oh my goodness, look at the 900 other things that I want. So I was pretty good. I restrained myself pretty good, I think. I bought the yarn that I needed for my swap, but then I saw this, and I have been on a rainbow kick lately. I don't know why. I think it started last spring. I think it just come out of winter, and I just need sunlight and a rainbow and happiness. And I don't know if you have watched, oh my goodness, the Fiber Town podcast with Emily. I think it's Emily. She was knitting this gorgeous, or was it crochet? It was beautiful. It was just all ruffly and flowery, and it was a rainbow, and it was, I almost died when I looked at it. It was so pretty. So I saw this. Oh, that looks so nice, even in the monitor. That's great. This is just some Berroco, what is it? Berroco Comfort DK, and this was the only skein of it that they had, and I had to have it. This is, what color are you? Color 2853. Real creative. I'm calling it my dark rainbow because it has all the rainbowy colors, but then it has this dark kind of charcoaly gray, and I love it. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I love it. And I believe it is self-striping. From all the pictures I looked at on Ravelry, I believe it's self-striping. So that's the only yarn I got for myself, for me. So that's pretty good. And then I just moseyed over to look at the needles, because, you know, I I like knitting needles. They're very helpful when you're knitting. And that's when I found the thing that I had never found online available in this size. I've seen, like, let me just show you first. I bought these. Can you even see those? Those are so skinny. This is the Hiya Hiya Sharp size 2.75 millimeter 9-inch circular needle. I also got the Hiya Hiya, I guess just plain old because this isn't a sharp, in the size US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter 9-inch needles. So they just fascinate me. I had heard people talk about them online, but I was having trouble finding them online, and I just happened to go around the opposite side of the little knitting needle kiosk at the knitting store, and they had a whole basket of 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12-inch size knitting needles. And I have a couple of pairs of 12-inch needles, which are good for like smaller baby hats and stuff, but I had not seen these. And these might be a total pain in the butt to work with, but this is what I'm doing my next pair of socks on. I love tiny things. I don't know what's wrong with me, if that's something wrong, but I do. If you find anything miniature of anything, I will probably love it. So the yarn and two needles, which really isn't bad. I went for the lower end price-wise needle, and I can't wait to try knitting a pair of socks. I know I said the next pair of socks I'm going to do is for my sister, so I'm going to try it on those. We'll see. That'll be good. And then the only other thing I got, and these probably aren't very exciting, also from Hiya Hiya, I got me some kitty snips. I heard that when you're flying, these are more acceptable, so I figured it can't hurt to have them since I'll be flying in a couple of months. So that's about it. As for things in the works, I really just want to focus on finishing this hat, seeing how that turns out, and really getting to work on my wrap. I do want to start a pair of socks this month, so I'm going to get down to business on that. But that's about it for me for now. I hope you guys have a great week. Like I said, for Rose, just contact me. Let me know which pattern you would like, and I will contact your friend and find out what pattern she would like. Congratulations again. You know, congratulations to everybody that finished something and posted, because you guys had some really great projects in there. Shawls and little kitty cats and hats. Someone finished a worm hat. That's what I want to do next. I really want to do one of those. Those are neat. There was a cardigan in there, very nice, and a lacy shawl, I believe, too. You guys did great work. So congratulations to everybody. And thanks for stopping by the little house. Happy knitting.